my husband got skin cancer, teaming up together, mother-daughter, to say, let's do something about this. Let's give men a product they deserve and they'll actually like.
To sum it up, this is a product that is sunscreen, so it's an SPF, it's a moisturizer, and it's an aftershave, which I think is really thoughtful of both of you to combine into one product. I've seen people rave about your 3-in-1 product. Please tell us what inspired you to get that off the ground running and how much you put into that product.
This is a problem of skin cancer in men that I've seen just the epidemic get worse and worse over the years. And my female patients were always like, I love my moisturizer with sunblock. I love my makeup with sunblock. But I was doing surgeries on men. I go, you should really use something every day. And they're like, I'm not going to use anything every day. I hate it. It's greasy, it's smelly. And then my husband got skin cancer, and we're teaming up together, mother-daughter, to say, let's do something about this. Let's give men a product they deserve and they'll actually like.
We spent probably about 2 years just like talking with more men, looking at all the products that were out there. And the thing that we kept seeing over and over again was that there were a lot more men that were using, a moisturizer, or men using a sunscreen, but that, again, it went back to this day in, day out usage of a product that could be just like brushing your teeth, essentially, is really where we were heading towards. And we kind of saw this huge opportunity to take all of the great knowledge and ingredients that my mother saw in products at her practice, but be able to combine them into this one universal skincare product that men could use day in, day out. They didn't need to use 3 different steps. They could have it all with just the daily.
I felt like there were like 2 polar opposites. There was either like your drugstore greasy that men were kind of tolerating because they think, well, that's the best they could do for the ones who would use something. And then these, like Elianna was speaking, these multi-steps that, some men will do, but a lot of them didn't emphasize skin health at all. Like they have serums and eye creams, but not really focusing on health. And that was really important to us.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's amazing that this is a product that's made by a dermatologist, right? So this is different. It's got so much credibility right off the bat. And I love it because, to sum it up, this is a product that is sunscreen. So it's an SPF, it's a moisturizer, and it's an aftershave, which I think is really thoughtful of both of you to combine into one product. It's a one step that can make such a big difference on how somebody's skin can feel. So tell us a little bit more about, we understand that, first and foremost, there is sunscreen in it. Let's talk about the benefits of sunscreen and why it's so important to wear it every single day.
Absolutely. So with skin cancer, melanoma is going to be the #1 cancer in men in just a few years. And that the head and neck is 9% of the body, but it represents over 20% of melanomas. And melanomas on the head and neck are actually more aggressive. And they've shown that by using daily sun protection, you can reduce your risk of melanoma by 50%. And regular use can reduce squamous cell carcinomas and precancers by 40%. And that's with, any sunscreen. But there's been, so much press about sunscreens, and people get confused. And I knew we really needed to stick, and I always have been a proponent of mineral-based sunscreens. They're good for the planet, they're good for the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I love it. And I love those stats because it's so clear. It can really reduce the chances of getting skin cancer. It's out there. And there are also, anti-aging benefits for people who care about that too. So I don't know that, if most people really realize how much of an impact the sun can actually have on your skin in terms of signs of aging. Do you want to share a little bit about that too?
Absolutely. So people say, what's the best thing I can use for my skin to keep it looking great? And I go, sunscreen. They go, no. 90% of what makes your skin look old is sun damage. So you can use, all these fancy creams, but if you're not using sun protection every day, don't bother. Just don't bother. It's so important. Certainly as we age, we lose volume and bone structure for sure, but all those fine lines and splotchiness and sallow color comes from sun.